Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, where a bunch of theater nerds and good friends play a little Daggerheart. We're so happy that you joined us, and we have some bad news, unfortunately. The file that was our final episode of our Interlude was corrupted, and we lost the footage, unfortunately, which is the biggest bummer in the world. But I'm here to give you a little brief recap of what happened at the end of the interlude and a look forward to campaign 2, which will kick off next week with episode 32 and the beginning of arc 2. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll get right to the recap. So where we left off, our crew of misadventurers had discovered the reason for the murder that had taken place at the dockyards, had tracked down information with the help of Soren Nerida, the leader of the rogues, at his Club Eurydice, where they had basically discovered that there was a plot to perform a terrorist attack on the Hall of Voices at the dawn meeting of the hall, the kickoff meeting for the hall that year. So our episode picked up with the crew at the base of the Hall of Voices heading up into the area, talking their way through guards with the help of Philip, who belongs at the Hall of Voices because he works there. When they arrived in the work building, they were held back by Lucius Lorne, one of the undersecretaries who Philip had met in a previous episode, and it was revealed through conversation and some crafty roles that Lucius Lorne was most likely working with Vox Verite to bring down the hall. After a little bit of subterfuge and some magic, the crew was able to isolate her and interrogate her. And she revealed that she had left the service entrance to a back hall for the Hall of Voices open for Esper Wynn, the leader of the Vox Verite. Working past her, they made their way through the hall, where they arrived at a massive structure underneath the main hall, where they saw members of Vox Verite setting up barrels of Zephrysite with those coins that can set off either a firebolt or a frost ray cantrip. And they encountered Yorian Taldaran, the second in command of Vox Verite, who offered them the opportunity to leave with their lives, but instead they decided to fight, and they made their way through a base area of They made their way through a base area of the room and then up into the rafters, where they encountered heavy resistance, but slowly, one at a time, disabled the 5 barrels of Zephrysite that they had placed here to create the explosion. Seeing that he was defeated, Yorian teleported it away and left the other members of Vox Verite there to fight to their deaths. And they quickly were defeated, and the plot ended. However, anybody paying attention knows that there were more than 5 barrels of Zephrysite to be used, and there's a great fear now that Vox Verite is out there with 20 barrels of Zephrysite, and who knows what they're planning to do with it. It was revealed that Jumbo and Ramble are in fact brothers and had been switched this entire time. Jumbo is the smaller Qatari and is a kind of mob boss leader, and Ramble is the larger Qatari and is a writer for a local newspaper. And it was also revealed that Philip Ribbit had been working with Quinn Baptiste to sell information for his newspaper. And so we kind of left it off with a huge expose of the events of the night from Quinn Baptiste, and all of these members kind of rising up in the ranks of things. As Carrig joins in with the rogues leadership there at Club Eurydice and acting as a kind of a feeder of information to them. And the whole crew leveled up to level 3 so that when we come back to another interlude down the line, we play with these exact same characters. Unfortunately, it's terrible that we didn't get the results there, but we do have some. I've got the map is still up from where we recorded before the video was corrupted, and so you can kind of see what the ultimate battles zone looked like. And then next week we'll be picking up with our campaign 2 arc 2 premiere, in which the massive ship Foresight, which at the end of the interlude we see teleport away and know where it's heading. Now the crew has to deal with some new NPCs that are joining in, and perhaps a change in the direction of the expedition. And we'll have to see where that all takes place next week. Thank you so much for sticking around with us, and apologies for losing out on the last hour of the interlude. It was a short episode, but it did wrap things up, and we're real sorry that sometimes the data gods are not with us, and we roll a natural 1 on the storage. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next week for the kickoff of Campaign 2 Arc 2.